Hey guys, just a few more minutes and we'll start. The mic is working. I'm just waiting for people to join in. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to today's live session. Thanks for everyone that suggested pairs in the chat. I will cover most if not all of them. So we have EuroCAD, EURUSD, Aussie, Pound USD, and I think that should be good. We had a lot of movements yesterday. A great pound trade. Let me go over that before I get into anything else. I was going to send a picture from my phone when I entered, but I wanted to keep things professional and not send you guys any videos off my phone. But the entry for the long was absolutely perfect. So in our live session yesterday, we talked about. Let me go to the weekly so we can see. On the weekly, we're holding on to this trend line that we've drawn. Oops, jeez. So, goddamn. All right, so this trend line, long wick to here, and I was saying that we're kind of flirting. Shorts are a dangerous thing. Just because we've peaked below this trend line doesn't mean we can short. We're at some nice support right now. The support zone. Just look to the left. You can see it's a nice support zone. And so what I was saying is, based on the FOMC, the markets were already predicting rate cuts, and that's what they said. There will be at least 2 rate cuts by year end, and we saw pound rocket. So this is the stop loss, the take profit I drew yesterday for longs, and I remember, if you guys remember, when we first started our live sessions, I spoke about how the pound pairs move so aggressively that sometimes they don't even retest. They'll just pierce through a resistance. So if we look right here, from here to here, there's very any pullbacks. Sorry for the noise. We just pierced through 1.22680 with no problem. No pullbacks or nothing, right? And so when I was looking at this yesterday, I was like, damn, our short opportunity, our long bias was correct, but there's just no entry. And then that's when on the 1 hourly I saw this happen, and I'm like, all right, now we can go long. Should load. But yeah, while this loads, if you guys have any friends that are new traders, I remember when I first started trading, I'd be in Telegram chats with a bunch of users just discussing trade ideas. If these sessions have helped you, please recommend them to your friends or any traders you know. They're absolutely free. There's no incentive for me to do these sessions other than help you guys. I am having problems with the internet right now, so let me get that sorted. Don't know why it's not loading. Damn. We were off to a nice start and now this is happening. Come on. I don't know if it's TradingView or if it's the network here. Let me try Wanda. It's looking like TradingView. Which is fine. Okay, cool. Looks like we're back. I apologize for that. Anyways, so on the hourly, I saw this huge pullback right here, and that's when I called the buys, and it was perfect. I know some people, if we go to the 15-minute, I can show you where we entered. I think we entered somewhere here, and we went into 15 pips drawdown, and I know people were probably like, damn, this guy sucks. He called the trade and we're already 15 pips into drawdown, but then we rocketed 50 pips. Actually, where did we? Yep. So we came down here. My bad. 15-minute time frame. So this was the first initial move off the FOMC statement. We made a pullback, and that's when we entered, and we made a nice run to very close to our final take profit level. But we did get up to 50 pips in profit, which is great. And I believe we made a retrace, and we're going for another attempt higher. But if you haven't closed out your position, or at least half of it, you should have done that already, especially when we went to 30 pips. So now right now we have a running position. Let it be. I don't really see any major fundamentals. We handled those. And okay, at 4 p.m., Governor Carney is speaking. So I guess before then, if you want to close, you can. Then again, we have our stops at entry. So if something does, go opposite against us, it'll be fine. But moving on to people's suggestions, Euro USD. Is it going to EuroCAD? Let's do EuroCAD. I haven't traded this pair in so long. I don't believe we have any levels for this. So if that's the case, we'll analyze it together, just so you guys can get an idea. Okay, so I guess we'll analyze this from top to bottom. So by now things should become very routine. Start at the monthly, start at the weekly. Let me see if there's anything in the monthly. I guess, yeah, we're coming to support. Pop out the rectangle tool. Draw our near-term resistance. Can we draw a near-term support? I'd say somewhere in this area is cool. When we get down to the weekly, you can adjust these levels. Can I draw any trend lines? I can draw a trend line right here. So we're in a nice uptrend. Okay, so from right here, I was looking at EuroCAD shorts. Just I like to go through my trading view. But just doing the top down analysis, you can see that we are in a trend line, and we're coming close to tapping it again. So if I saw this on the hourly, I wouldn't go short. But since we're on the monthly, we do have an opportunity to short to another touch at this trend line, which has confluence because it's a support zone. So it's cool. Overall, the bias is looking short. Let's head on down. Is there any way I can draw another trend line? I guess if you wanted to be really uptight about it, you can draw it. So we're in a little triangle. Depending which way this goes, it could become a bullish triangle. If we tap off this trend line, we can actually go out of this triangle. But that's the monthly. Let's go on the weekly, see what we have. Okay. So a lot of consolidation right now. We're trading in a range. To do that, let's get out our horizontal line. and I believe, yeah, so this is a nice resistance, 1.52217. Plot that down if you don't have it, and I can adjust this support zone just to make it a bit neater. That sounds good. So I'm just capturing most activity. Nice. And I can see a near-term support. So if you're short right now and you're in profits, I'd watch out for 1.4775. That's the near support coming. And, once we get there, you should book some profits. So now from the monthly, we could add a short, but now that since we're coming to some support, shorts I wouldn't enter just because there's no entry, and the reason being is because even if we do break the support, from the support to this trend line that we drew, it's about 50 or so pips. It's not really worth it, especially because we can always reverse off, like break support, come back, retest, and go back up. So I wouldn't short it just based off the weekly. Let's see what the daily has. Maybe there's an intraday. Okay, so daily, we can see our little range that we're trading in. If you want to use a horizontal array to signify daily support, you can. So we're trying to break daily support. So we've attempted to go past this daily support, but we squeezed back above it. So be wary of that. Maybe if you wanted to do an intraday setup, you can wait for a close below this daily support and then short to 1.47731, and that actually might not be a bad trade at all given the risk to reward. If you go to the 4 hour, I can plot that for you guys. So yeah, so actually this is a perfect entry. I'm happy whoever suggested this. So we have a break and close below support, and right now we're retesting. If this candle can give us a nice rejection, maybe close somewhere down here, shorts would be amazing to short. I mean, just look plotting it like this. Okay. So yeah, it'd be a good short opportunity. Ideally, you wanted to close somewhere here. You can even bring down the stop loss. If I do go short for EuroCAD, I'll let you guys know. I'll have this open on one of my monitors just in case we do get that rejection. Ideally, the rejection, we want it somewhere here. We want this current candle to close somewhere where this green line is, because that way our risk to reward is just, it's the 2.12. So ideally I recommend 1.35. So this is perfect for an intraday setup. So I'll have this on. I'll have an alert in case we do go close below this level right here. So thanks for suggesting that. I didn't even know we would have an opportunity for EuroCAD. Euro USD, let's do that. The euro rocketed yesterday. It's come to some near-term resistance right here at 1.13200 region, and it is probably going to come back and retest 1.13380 once more before, well, actually 1.1580 before popping back up. What we do have to watch out for is, although we did create a high, we weren't able to take out this high. So this could be just a lower high, and Euro USD could make a lower low, especially if it closes within this trend line. If you recall, this trend line is our descending trend line from our daily time frame. Let me actually pull up the chart to show you the descending channel. So here we go. This is a bit better. So our descending channel, this is actually kind of spooky for longs, because right now we're closing right at the descending channel. If we were to close below it, it'd be a great opportunity to short back to this touch. This whole time I've been saying that, sooner or later we're going to hit the 1.1100 lows. It's just a matter of when. And so on the 4 hourly, we can see just going back to January 19th, this descending channel is significant, and we've made breaks to go above it, but every time we close below, we've had a significant fallout. So this would be in confluence with our Euro CAD short. Might have a Euro USD short off this near term resistance zone. Even though it's a line, it's still a zone. So we could have that, especially if we close within this descending channel. It'd be great in terms of risk to reward. Basically, you have from here to short, and right above these highs as a stop loss. Let me plot that. So some good setups. Is just fundamentally the UST is in chaos right now. You know, now it's starting things with Iran. Iran shot down one of its drones last night, so shit could get stuff can hit the fan. Sorry for swearing, but stuff can hit the fan, and so overall USD strength doesn't look like it's gonna come anytime soon. This just might be a pullback before another leg up. That's why I wouldn't enter anything pound USD long, USD shorts just yet, because we might just be making a retrace before another leg up. But if we were to close below this channel, we'd have a nice little risk to reward of 4.5, which is amazing. But fundamentally, I don't see that happening. Maybe not yet, unless a trade deal happens or a miracle happens. But overall, I do see dollar weakness. Aussie USD, Aussie. Right. Aussie looks like a long. Whoever caught that off the support zone, congrats. Some good pips. Okay, so this is our short from last week. Perfect. And now we've come above our support zone and currently retesting it. Let me see on the daily if we can see anything. So okay, so this is why it's our support zone. And another reason why is it's this long wick right here. What I think we could do is make a run for 1.700. It's a psychological level, and I believe we could go from there and then go short. Just because we've gone so deep into our resistance zone that I don't know if Aussie has it within itself to go back above this level right here, especially because the Aussie is set to keep rates low as well. So fundamentally, I also think the Aussie doesn't have any strength, but neither does the USD. I just think this is maybe a little pullback before we go lower. If you're looking for something intraday, I guess we can say, let me go 4 hours so we can see. So if we clear these highs right here, I guess this near-term resistance. So all of these bad boys right here, which we are right now, and we're using it as resistance. Actually a nice short opportunity, but if you're looking for longs, close above this. We can make another run at 0.700. Anything into the support zone, it's shorts, and it's just another leg down. It's just a retrace and leg down. Aussie's not really showing me anything. Last week what we had was a double top, a retest of the neckline and a fallout, so that's why I liked it. So that's that. I'll go over the dollar index just so we can all get a overall picture of what's to come. Technically for the US dollar. Let me go over NSD yen, which is an intraday scalp opportunity I kind of saw. Let's see how it's doing, and I'll show you guys why I called it. I usually don't call it. Okay, so we are in profit. You guys know I love my channels, so on the hourly I saw this nice little ascending channel. We had a nice little reaction off it, so obviously the risk to reward is there, 2.77, and our first level is 70.915, and our final will be right at the top of this trend line for the ascending channel at 71.150. This is a nice little intraday setup. Right now we are in the blues. Let's hope it at least gets to here and we can take some profits. I guess we can consider the Euro Aussie a loss, even though it's negative 3 pips. I just didn't like what it was doing. Okay, so see now it's kind of falling out. But when I first called it, it was looking like we were gonna break this trend line, but we had this kind of reaction. So we're kind of just consolidating here. Ideally, I want us to slip out, close out of this trend line to short to here. It'd be great on a in terms of a swing trade, especially because we're coming off resistance. So you can see here, very significant resistance at 1.63427. We had long wicks to the top. It does look like a short overall. You can even draw a trend line. So this is our trend line from last week, which we got into profit, but the market just came back to retest. So some profit, and we try to break above resistance. This was a fake out. That's why I always say when we break a level, I want to retest a rejection, and then we can go long in this case. But we didn't get that. We got a nice follow through, and this was our lower high, lower low, lower high. Hopefully we make a lower low and have a short by the end of the day. So Euro CAD, Euro USD, and Euro Aussie all look like shorts to me, at least for the near term. Who knows what can happen in the next 8 hours, but that's good. That they're all aligning in terms of their biases. So yeah, that will be on my radar for sure. Nice swing opportunity. It is Thursday, so it's never really ideal to enter swings at the start of the week, but definitely for next week we can look at this. But yeah, let me just end it off with looking at the dollar index. I wanted to keep these sessions short, but sometimes you need to go over things, especially if you guys have questions. So the dollar index is at resistance 97.642. So I think this is why we are seeing some stalling and pullbacks. Let me get the hourly. All right, cool. So on the that's weird. One's showing me another. Okay. Anyways, so our resistance is the same. I was about to say. So we hit resistance. We felt and we had a nice follow through, and that is in line with FOMC, USD weakness, and now we're back at our trend line, which we drew from the weekly time frame. This trend line right here, which acted as support. Now this is why we had a mini pullback on the pound USD and on the Euro USD, is just because we pushed below the trend line and now we're retesting it. So what we could do is retest and then just follow through, which means it's great for our pound buys, our USD shorts if you're into those. But yeah, right now break and we're just retesting. So technicals are pointing to further USD weakness. I do see us going lower. If you're looking at for any levels, this will be a nice first target, 95.80. So break, retest, go to 95.80 is where I'm seeing dollar index go technically, and fundamentally we already know what's happening. So short-term, long-term USD weakness. So I would not short Euro USD. I'd look to short Euro CAD and Euro Aussie. So that's that. Tomorrow we have Euro flash sales for I believe German flash sales. So be wary of that if you do enter euros. So yeah, French flash sales, German and CAD retail sales. Okay, so don't rush into anything. I don't really see anything right now. That's why I kind of sent out the NSD yen scalp intraday setup. Nice little 20 pips up there for grabs. But that's today's session. Tomorrow there will be no sessions. We are only gonna do sessions Monday to Thursday. Just because Friday there's very little volume and I don't advise trading on Friday. Or holding anything through the weekend unless it's a swing. So Friday, enjoy the Friday. Let's see what the fundamentals say tomorrow, and we'll regroup Sunday. And I'll see you guys Monday. We did promise that our portal will be ready for Monday, this past Monday, but we're running into a few issues. We want to make sure it's perfect when we release it. There's some features I can tell you guys about. So we're gonna have Bloomberg live on one of the sides, one of the borders of the portal. So while we're doing analysis, you can see what the monetary policy is, what Powell is saying, all the financial news. You can keep on top of it. You're gonna see the Telegram being sent. Anything that we send on Telegram will be also embedded on our website. So it's going to be an all-in-one platform where where you can get signals, get trade updates, and you also be able to see the live sessions, archives, and everything. So it's going to be great. We're just fine-tuning it. We want to make sure we're releasing something good out there. So hopefully by next week we have that running. But I think till then the YouTube sessions are fine. If you have any suggestions or concerns, comments, you can email them in at support@Forex Lens, and we'll try to make those necessary improvements. So till Friday, so I'll see you guys Monday. Happy trading. If I do see any trade entries or setups for later of the day, I'll let you guys know via our bot. So peace, be safe, and I'll see you guys Monday.